Greeting everyone. It should be emphasized that dealing with a problematic situation necessitates to have what is called a thorough mindset skill. What is the meaning of mindset skill? Mindset skill is very essential to think critically towards any particular problem. Apropos to education or school stuff, teachers and learners are both engaged in this process. As for teachers, teachers have to do what? Teachers have to prepare priorly about that particular approach. I am referring to problem-based approach. You are going to arrange your students into groups. In these groups, they will think about problem. So the problem is the major focus. As for learners, your goal is to develop their critical mindset skill. In other words, they will have the ability to think critically about problem. Having said that, in order to deal with problem, especially in an intensive process, you should follow several stages. The first stage, second stage, and the third stage. In the first stage, I'll explain them all in details. In all of them, I will explain what you can do as a teacher and what you should expect from your prospect students. Well, our lesson today is concerned with developing critical mindset skill. So, okay. The highlighted topic is linked to two major characteristics. When you provide problem-based approach, you are indirectly going to use or to apply the four skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Okay, these skills are divided into two parts. We have, okay, so what we have productive skill, and we have receptive skill. In receptive and productive skill, what I'm referring is what is speaking skill. I'm referring to speaking and writing. Whereas the receptive skill is interconnected with reading and listening. Okay. I will teach you a good technique. I created this technique by myself. It may useful to you or not, according to your target audience, target students, according to their level, etc. So here, reading and speaking and writing and listening, both of them should be integrated in your problem-based approach. Okay? Obviously, they will work in pairs or groups depending on the skill that you want them to focus on. So, This is a general, this is just an overview. I will start from the stages, stage number 1 for developing critical mindsets. So stage number 1, I will start with the stage number 1. Yes. First stage. In the first stage, what you're going to do is to teach learners. So this is just a theory. You start with theory to acknowledge then about the steps or stages. The first stage, okay, it's also important to teachers. Okay, they should know about this. In the first stage, what you're going to do is to provide the ways to understand the problem. First of all, is to identify the problem, what the problem is, okay, is about. Identify the problem. Okay. This is the first stage. In identifying the problem is just knowing what is it, the roots of this problem, or in other words, the source of this problem, to identify it. Okay? Then what you are going to do is to analyze, okay, in order to find clues, to find the causes or reasons for such a problem. So in stage number 2, in the second stage, you are going to do what? To analyze the problem. Okay, that is to say, for example, what you want to say is, I can say, is to observe thoroughly. To observe thoroughly regarding the problem, knowing its roots, the reason, and who made that problem, or any kind of details. Every details that you want to know about that problem, so that you will collect an ideas. From that point, you are going to start to find the clues, okay? You are going to find the clues about that problem in order to solve it, and also at the same time you will study it or interpret the problem in order to find what you can do in order to solve it, okay? This is what I'm trying, is to find the solution of any particular problem. Well, analyze the problem to observe thoroughly. This is what I'm going to do. It's like when you do the text, you are not going to skim. You will scan every word. Okay. This is the similar example of the stage number 2. Stage number 3. Okay. Third stage. In the third stage, your goal is to find clues. Find clues or solution. So clues that will direct you to resolve the issue or the problem. Okay. This is theory. Now we move to the technique that you're going to apply when you deal with these students. If you have an interest to develop their critical mindsets, so I will teach you several techniques. So I will erase this and then I will move to, in order to present the practical part. Okay, as we said at the beginning of this video, I mentioned two stages or two parts, receptive and productive. In receptive, I am talking about reading and listening. So let us start with reading and listening, all right? So you will integrate these two skills together in one particular activity. So, for example, the first technique is to ask learners to work in pairs, okay? To work in pairs. What does it mean? For example, when dealing with authentic text, you will give them authentic text, okay? That contains a story or a topic or any kind of content. So this is the first student, or student A will read the text, okay? We read it all and understand every word and try to interpret the meaning, and then he should summarize, okay? Summarize the contents. So this should be in his own part. As for the second student, student B, what you are going to do is to invite them to read the content, okay? Just to see the content and to read every detail, but do not write anything. They should understand and then develop what? The open-ended questions. And from these open-ended questions, you are going to have to develop the critical mindset of student A. Student B will ask a question, critical question, to student A, okay? Student A should have knowledge about that the content, and he needs to respond instantly, okay? Directly. Listen to the question and directly answer, not giving him time, because he has already managed his word and summarized the text content. Alright, this is the first technique, is to divide learners into student A, okay? So in pairs, I mean student A, and student B. Student A will read intensively, okay, and understand the text. Student B should read the text, read and build or write several questions, open-ended question. If you do not know what is the meaning of open-ended, you will start by what, WH question, how, to what extent, and so forth. As for close-ended question, you say, do you ask question by do you or have you, and the respond as expected will be presented by yes or no. Okay, this is the difference between open-ended and closed-ended question. So we need open-ended question just to encourage the students, the other one, to respond with much detail. All right, this is the goal. So you will let them practice by themselves, and after that, okay, after finishing, they will come to the board and do it. Okay, the other one as a dialogue. Okay, students B will ask a question, and student A will answer instantly. Okay, we finish with reading and listening. So here they will listen, okay, and the other one will read. So they apply the reading and the listening to the question and also to interpret. So it's integrative skill, okay. Now we are going to move to the second part, which is productive skill. So in productive skill, what you are going to do is to focus on mainly on speaking and writing. Okay? So in speaking, for example, you make a draw, you present 3 topics or 4 topics, and ask each one of them to choose from 1 to 10, or as you want to do it. And the one who chooses the number should how we can say, pick up the appropriate topic. I mean, you have 3 topics, for example. Okay, it's about, for example, let's say films, hobbies, reading, story, any kind of topic. Okay, football, as you like. Okay, and then you will count. For example, we have football, reading, stories, hobby, practicing football, eating, sleeping, etc. You will give them all numbers, okay, to these topics. Give them each topic a number, and ask learners to choose their favorite number from 1 to 10. They will choose 6, so you count. The 6 refers to topic which is entitled the fairy tales of Matilda, or the fairy tales of the King Harry, or as you want. So that topic, they need to think about it, okay, in a general term. Think about it and try to manage their words. We give them 10 or 5 minutes according to their level. So here, in the second, okay, they will, for example, work in pairs, of course. One of them will choose a topic, okay, choose a topic, and the other one, what do? When they choose a topic, he will state it, okay, he needs to write everything he knows about that topic. Whereas the other person should do the same, okay, the other student, sorry, as in the first technique. He will do what? He will write also questions. And the question is delivered orally, okay? Orally. So they will do it orally. So here we are emphasizing on writing, okay? When they choose a topic, they will write every detail. So this is a productive skills. They will write, okay? As for the student B, he will do what? He will, or she will, write the correct form of questions, and they will come to the board and introduce their work. After they finish, you will switch the role, okay? The student B will think about another topic, okay, according to his favorite number, and while the other one will ask a question, so they will switch the role, okay? Choose a topic, switch the role. Okay. By this, they will develop their critical mindsets. Critical mindset, to clarify further, is when you look in depth to the presented problem and try to analyze it, know the clues, know the reason, the root of that problem or the source, and you will try, it's like a detective, okay, or you are making or setting an investigation, okay. This is how you will do it. You will use your intelligence and also to your critical mindsets in order to find clues towards that problem. Well, we come to an end, and I hope this video is useful to you, and I hope everything is clear and comprehensible. Thank you again, and see you for the upcoming video.